I have been involved in research into the occult and the dark side of the world for 42 years. Hidden simply means hidden. These things that are hidden, and something I've learned is that when you think you know everything, you have nothing. And when you think you understand everything, you don't. There is someone higher than the Most High looking, and you still have nothing. And that's why humility is the first thing we need to have when we think about divine or spiritual things. Because any small, ignorant brain, as ill-informed and literate as yours, cannot represent the divine presence in the universe. We do not know the hand of God. All we know is that everything you do comes back to you. There are certain immutable laws in the universe, and unless and until you are prepared to face the whole truth, if you want to ignore or if you want to have favorites, so at some point you will discover that you are messing with divine justice. Behind the main institutions, intertwined in the foundations of nations, and hidden in the shadows of power, secret societies operate in silence. These groups, driven by purposes that few dare to understand, carry ancient symbols, marks of a hidden language that connects eras and civilizations. They are more than mere decorations. These are codes that seem to hold deep secrets about the world, a knowledge disturbing for anyone dared to listen. These emblems, carved into walls, coins, and flags, suggest something powerful and enigmatic. Each symbol looks hide knowledge, which it transcends time, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. What kind of ancient and transformative knowledge do they keep in plain sight? Some believe these symbols hold the keys to discovering a hidden reality, aimed at those who seek to understand something beyond the surface of the world. They seek to understand something beyond the surface of the world. This idea awakens a sense of fascination and invites a closer look at the secrets of the past and the truths they contain. By observing these signs, you begin to realize that there is something beyond the visible, an ancient wisdom that silently whispers a truth that few dare discover. Since ancient times, humanity has sought answers to mysteries that elude common understanding. Throughout the ages, some individuals have dedicated their lives to exploring what lies hidden between the lines of human history and culture, figures that see what most consider invisible. Jordan Maxwell is one of those For decades, he plunged into the shadows, where secret societies, rituals, ancient symbols, and symbols seem to contain knowledge intended only for a select few. For Maxwell, the world as we know it, with its apparently unquestionable beliefs and truths, it is actually an illusion, a carefully woven web designed to keep humanity in a kind of collective trance. Maxwell sees these hidden forces not as mere abstractions or theoretical conspiracies, but as a deep, tangible network. It lurks beneath the surface of institutions and symbols that shape our reality. For him, there is a psychological construction, a kind of collective narrative created to limit humanity's true potential. This narrative, he argues, has been imposed over millennia by societies and orders that throughout history have accumulated knowledge about the cosmos, the human mind, and the spiritual forces that govern the universe. According to Maxwell, this knowledge was not lost, but preserved in the shadows, accessible only to a select few. For Maxwell, studying these symbols and their meanings goes beyond intellectual curiosity. He believes that these signs, present in ancient cultures and in our modern society, reveal hidden wisdom, and that by interpreting these codes, we can access knowledge ancestors, capable of expanding human understanding of life and the universe itself. Maxwell sees figures such as the pentagram, the pyramid, and the eye, which sees everything not just as graphic representations, but as vibrant elements that carry a complex and powerful energy. Used by the ancients as a map to understand hidden truths. According to Maxwell, this knowledge network operates discreetly, hiding within common institutions and ideologies, often going unnoticed, but always active. These societies and symbols would ultimately be tools of power and control, used to maintain a worldview that benefits only a few. He argues that these psychological constructs act as invisible walls that shape our way of perceiving and understanding reality, preventing us from realizing that there is one more truth hidden beyond appearances. This perspective, of course, provokes different reactions. For many, Maxwell is a pioneer, someone who dares to see beyond the surface and uncover secrets that few would have the courage to explore. For others, he is just a conspiracy theorist, someone who distorts symbols and creates improbable theories. Despite this, Maxwell is not shaken by the criticism. For him, the ideas he defends are hidden realities, forces that silently shape human life, waiting for the moment to be revealed. He warns that these symbols and secret societies are much more than myths or superstitions. They represent deep and timeless knowledge, passed down from generation to generation. By examining these symbols, Maxwell invites the audience to question everything we consider normal and unquestionable. He suggests that true freedom begins with the ability to see the world with new eyes, freeing themselves from the psychological constructions imposed by society. Thus, he presents us with a vision where the visible and the invisible intertwine, and occult knowledge offers a path to transform our understanding of life and existence. There is something within us that intuits its reality and that goes beyond what we perceive with our senses, a feeling that there is something more that we cannot see. Many have experienced fleeting moments when life seems to transcend explanations. Rationality's moments spark an urgent question. Why does this greater truth seem perpetually out of reach? Is our vision blocked by layers of concepts and beliefs that we can't shake off or have been implanted to limit our understanding? These barriers that prevent us from accessing something deeper are not merely psychological. They are socially and culturally structured. On the one hand, we face our own internal barriers, shaped by doubts, fears, and habits that restrict our vision of what is possible. On the other hand, there is an external construction, a web of influences, norms and social paradigms that dictate what we can or cannot accept as real. This invisible structure works as a cage, a framework that conditions the way we see the world and often prevents us from to perceive a broader reality. Throughout history, few have managed to break these limitations. They were the initiates, figures who, after intense preparation, they learned to see beyond illusions and interpret signs of the universe. Today, explicit barriers like those faced by the ancients may no longer exist, but the same obstacles seem to persist, albeit in new forms. Modern society, with its standardized beliefs and ideas, continues to impose a limited perception, preventing the majority from seeing beyond what is apparent. For those who dare to question, the first step is a break with this vision limited. Each question asked works like a key, unlocking a new perspective on what might be possible. But for that same reason, many give up or don't even start this journey. This path of inner search, in addition to being challenging, is uncertain, often without guarantees. It is a journey where answers emerge little by little and rewards are not immediate. And perhaps that's why few venture beyond the common sense. As one begins to contemplate these questions, a deeper understanding of reality seems to emerge, as if the world suddenly revealed a hidden layer, an echo of forgotten knowledge. This feeling that more becomes like a calling or an ancestral heritage that we carry within us, and which, for unknown reasons, was veiled over time. Therefore, the first step is simple, but transformative. Question. Every doubt cast on what we consider obvious opens doors to a new way of seeing and feeling reality. As you follow this path, signs, symbols, and teachings begin to appear, guiding the search engine for the next step of this journey towards self-knowledge diet. In every spiritual tradition and esoteric, the search through knowledge transcends words. It is a silent path that invites the seeker to disconnect from the noise of the world, and listen to your inner voice. Many ancient texts mention the pineal gland, an enigmatic structure located in the center of the brain, commonly called the third eye. Although it is a small biological gland, it has fascinated scholars and seekers for centuries, as it is believed to be the key to accessing hidden dimensions of consciousness. For those who explore esotericism, the pineal is not just a part of the body, but a bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Ancient sages practiced meditation and breathing techniques to awaken this area, believing it allowed vision beyond the ordinary senses. Today, introspective spiritual practices are still seen as ways to reactivate this hidden center, but the process requires dedication and patience. Medication and patience. rare virtues in a world of instant gratification, said that pineal activation allows for expanded perception, where understanding goes beyond the rationale. Ancient accounts speak of profound visions, revealing intuitions and a sensation of unity with the universe that seems to dissolve the boundaries between the self and the world. Some describe this experience as an inner revelation, a state in which time and space merge, and each person feels an unbreakable bond with the cosmos. For them, this inner vision is not a metaphor, but a heightened state of consciousness. This path, however, is not simple. When trying to access the inner eye, the mind confronts its limitations and resistances. Awakening the pineal is like discovering a new reality where the concepts of right and wrong limit and possibilities expand. The concepts of right and wrong limit and possibilities expand. This process can be unsettling, as it not only transforms perception, but also challenges the worldview accumulated over the years. Imagine then a state of unity, where divisions between the whole self disappear, where duality gives way to a unified perception. This is the objective of those who silently walk the path, in search of communion with the cosmos and its essence. Each introspective practice is an attempt to tap into this potential, to awaken knowledge that has long been dormant within us. History is full of enigmatic figures who dedicated their lives to self-knowledge, to the search for truths that few dare to explore. Among these cultures, the wise men of ancient Egypt stand out as some of the pioneers in understanding the mysteries of the mind and spirituality. For them, the mind was an extension of the cosmos capable of accessing truths hidden. Thus, Egyptian spiritual practice was both a study and rigorous training to expand the limits of human perception. The ancient Egyptians, they believed that spiritual awakening was accessible to anyone dedicated to unraveling inner mysteries. Priests and initiates followed carefully structured rituals and practices, using meditation and introspection to achieve a connection with the universe. Spiritual training included techniques of self-control and concentration on the meaning of sacred symbols. For them, each symbol, such as the hip cross and the golden eye, served as a key to higher states of consciousness, representing the path to wisdom and understanding of existence. The golden eye, for example, was considered a representation of divine vision. The Eye of Horus, for example, was considered a representation of divine vision, a symbol of perception that transcends the sensory realm, integrating reason and intuition. The cross, on the other hand, was seen as an emblem of eternal life and the interconnection between the visible and invisible realms, a sign of spiritual power and transcendence. Priests use these emblems as meditation tools and as part of rituals that seek to intensify perception and communion with cosmic forces. In addition to symbols, the Egyptians believed in the importance of sacred places for achieve these higher spiritual states. The Pyramid of Saqqara, for example, was considered a space of transformation where rituals-specific activities were conducted to deepen self-knowledge and strengthen the connection human mind and the universe. The term Saqqara, which gave rise to the name of the pyramid, reflected the search for harmony and spiritual elevation that this place provided to initiate. These practices of Egyptian sages reveal a worldview in which the mind and the cosmos are interconnected. They demonstrate that self-knowledge and spiritual expansion, they are not only possible, but essential for those who seek the truth. The Egyptian quest for spiritual development continues to inspire those who believe that the answers to the questions of life and existence lie within the human being, waiting to be revealed by those willing to follow the same path of dedication and discovery. Ancestral wisdom holds that the universe is made up of subtle frequencies and vibrations, something that we don't easily perceive, but that shapes everything around us. These traditions believe that humanity is an extension of these frequencies. These traditions believe that humanity is an extension of these frequencies, an interconnected part of the whole, and that understanding this connection can transform our view of reality. To illustrate, think about how music or the sound of a mantra can change a person's emotional state. These vibrations directly influence our mood, concentration, and even the feeling of peace. According to this view, our own mental and emotional frequency can impact our environment and even our physical body. Modern science has also begun to investigate these phenomena. Studies show that positive emotions, such as gratitude and compassion, generate more harmonious brain waves, creating an effect that is reflected in our health, improving the immune system and regulating blood pressure. Likewise, practices such as meditation are associated with increased frequencies brain treatments that promote deep relaxation, improving mental and physical health. Yes, profound, improving mental and physical health. Yes, many cultures believe that by raising our vibrations through spiritual practices and we can tune our minds to a higher frequency, opening access to expanded states of consciousness. For example, in ancient Egyptian and Eastern traditions, it was believed that health practices, silence, and introspection helped align a person's internal energy with the frequency of the universe. This higher state of awareness allowed individuals to experience a sensation of unity with the cosmos, where duality disappeared and the individual became part of a greater whole. When we view reality through this lens, we begin to see life not as a series of random events, but as an interconnected flow where every thought, person, and experience has a purpose. This state of alignment reveals that our perception of time and space can expand, allowing an experience where the present, past, and future merge into a single sense of continuity. In practice, this allows us to make more conscious decisions, seeing each action and intention as part of an interconnected system. These teachings suggest that upon reaching a higher vibration, we begin to see the world with greater clarity and heightened intuition. Today's science studies the benefits of the flow state, a state of concentration deep, where people perform tasks at a high level, almost as if they were in tune with the activity. According to ancient traditions, this state would be a practical manifestation of elevation of one's frequency, where mind and body work one harmoniously toward a purpose. This type of insight offers benefits not only individually, but also has the potential to transform society as a whole. As a growing number of people begin to align with this expanded reality, a new way of seeing the world emerges, where values such as empathy, compassion, and unity take on a new meaning. The impact of these high vibrations not only influences the individuals themselves, but also those around you, creating a more harmonious environment and interconnected. For many, this vision represents one of the greatest transformations possible. The ability of shaping reality through understanding the role of mind, spirit, and frequencies, subtleties that govern existence. Ancient cultures, particularly those that developed alchemy, believed that the transformation of the self was directly linked to the transformation of the matter around it. When the mind achieves harmony with the universe, these traditions say it becomes possible to influence the physical world in a more fluid and conscious way. Understanding reality as a series of frequencies and vibrations reveals that the world is not a fixed and immutable construction. Instead, it becomes an expression of each being's intentions and consciousness. This vision suggests that through spiritual elevation, each person has the potential to become an agent of transformation, shaping their life and influencing everything around them. In this way, reality can respond to the state of mind and thoughts of those who experience it, adjusting itself according to the harmony or disharmony projected in the world. Leah projected into the world. Harmony or disharmony projected into the world. Leah projected into the world. Whoever embarks on this journey in search of greater knowledge discover that the path to truth is infinite. Each answer found leads to new questions, as if the universe itself unfolds into infinite layers as we develop the ability to see beyond the immediate. What we discuss here is just a fragment of a vast universe of occult knowledge and spiritual practices that await those willing to explore the unknown. Each discovery is an invitation to go beyond, challenging reality itself and expanding our understanding of who we really are. Understanding that symbolism and esoteric practices are keys to accessing a broader dimension offers us new power, the possibility of personal and collective transformation. The search for self-knowledge is not just an inner journey, but an opportunity for transcendence that changes our worldview and redefines the experience of being itself. Whoever chooses to follow this path becomes more than a mere spectator of life. He becomes an active participant, co-creator of his reality, capable of influencing his existence and even the environment around you. For many, this awakening to a greater truth sparks an insatiable curiosity, a desire to discover more about the subtle forces that shape life. This same curiosity leads us to realize that hidden knowledge is not the privilege of a few or merely a relic of ancient times. Today, we have more access to fragments of these teachings than ever before, available for anyone who decides to open their mind and heart to understand them. Tools such as introspection, meditation, and the study of symbols that span ages, they become valuable guides to deeper understanding. Valuable guides to deeper understanding. Now imagine yourself standing on the edge of a vast unknown horizon, but with the clarity that the world around you is in part a projection of your own consciousness. Understanding that you are a co-creator of reality opens a door, revealing that perceived limitations are often. This is the first step on a journey that still holds many mysteries and infinite possibilities, where spiritual knowledge and the power to shape one's existence go hand in hand. But this is just the beginning. What remains to be discovered? Could the power of the mind really shape reality? In the next steps of this journey, we will explore how thought, intention, and consciousness can transform not only perception, but also the physical matter around us. We will examine manifestation practices and how, according to ancient traditions and new research, focused thinking has the potential to shape the physical world. For those who venture into this universe of mysteries, the search is a continuous cycle, a perpetual invitation to dive deeper. What hidden realities are still waiting to be revealed? What other symbols and practices can guide us to deeper dimensions of knowledge and transformation? In the next few sessions, we will explore how thought, intention, and consciousness, they can actually transform the reality around us. But all change begins with understanding your role as a co-creator, and the only way to connect with this divine intelligence is through meditation. We've developed a suite of audio tools to help you access this higher level of consciousness. To learn more and get immediate access, click the link on the screen or in the comments. If this video resonated with you, write in the comments. Did it make sense to me?